Welcome to the world of true crime, where reality is more chilling than fiction. Today, we delve into the top 9 most mysterious unsolved crime cases that continue to haunt us. These stories are filled with baffling clues, sinister secrets, and endless questions. Number 9. The disappearance of Maura Murray. On a cold February night in 2004, Maura Murray, a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts, disappeared without a trace after crashing her car on a rural road in New Hampshire. Witnesses saw her at the scene, but by the time police arrived, she was gone. Her car was packed with belongings, hinting at a planned escape. Was it foul play, or did she intend to disappear? The events leading up to her disappearance were strange. Maura had recently been involved in a car accident and had lied to her professors about a death in the family to leave town early. Phone records showed she had called a number associated with booking accommodations in Vermont. The mystery deepens with the discovery of a rag stuffed in her car's tailpipe and the fact that no one saw her leave the scene. Despite extensive searches and numerous theories, the disappearance of Maura Murray remains one of the most perplexing and chilling mysteries of our time. Number 8. The Axeman of New Orleans. Between 1918 and 1919, a brutal serial killer terrorized New Orleans, breaking into homes and murdering victims with an axe. His preferred targets were Italian-American grocers, and his methods were gruesome and merciless. The Axeman's reign of terror began on May 23, 1918, with the murder of Joseph and Catherine Maggio in their home. The killer left behind chilling clues, including the bloody axe and a panel chiseled out of the back door. In a taunting letter to the newspapers, the Axeman claimed he would spare any home playing jazz music. On the night of March 19, 1919, the entire city resonated with the desperate sound of jazz, hoping to avoid his wrath. Despite a massive manhunt and various suspects, the Axeman was never caught. Theories about his identity range from a deranged madman to a mafia hitman. The Axeman's legacy of terror remains etched in New Orleans history. Number 7. The Isdal Woman. In November 1970, the charred body of an unidentified woman was discovered in Norway's Isdalen Valley, a place also known as Death Valley. The woman had multiple passports, wigs, and cryptic notes written in code, suggesting a life of espionage or deep secrecy. Investigators found her belongings arranged around her body, including a burned passport and bottles of prescription medication with the labels removed. Autopsy results showed she had ingested over 50 sleeping pills, and there were signs of smoke inhalation, indicating she was alive when the fire started. Despite a massive investigation, her identity and the circumstances of her death remain one of Norway's most enduring mysteries. Theories abound, from international espionage to a tragic case of mental illness, but the Isdal woman's story remains unsolved. Number 6. The Sodder children disappearance. On Christmas Eve, 1945, a fire destroyed the Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny Sodder, along with 4 of their children, escaped, but 5 children were believed to have perished in the blaze. However, no remains were ever found. In the months leading up to the fire, strange incidents occurred. An insurance salesman threatened the family, and the children noticed a man watching them from a parked car. On the night of the fire, a mysterious phone call and strange noises on the roof added to the confusion. Despite multiple investigations and sightings of the children reported over the years, the fate of the Sodder children remains a haunting mystery. The Sodders erected a billboard with pictures of the missing children pleading for information, but the case remains unresolved. Number 5. The murder of Julia Wallace. On January 20th, 1931, Liverpool was rocked by the brutal murder of Julia Wallace in her own home. The murder was preceded by a mysterious phone call to her husband, William Herbert Wallace, directing him to a false address under the pretense of a business meeting. While William was out, Julia was found bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. William was initially convicted of the crime, but was later acquitted on appeal due to insufficient evidence. The case left behind a trail of questions and inconsistencies. Who was the mysterious caller? R.M. Qualtrough. Did they set up an elaborate alibi for William? Or was someone else entirely responsible? The murder of Julia Wallace remains an enigma, with theories ranging from a bungled robbery to a carefully orchestrated frame-up. Number 4. The Hinterkaifeck murders. In 1922, the Gruber family lived on a remote farmstead in Bavaria, Germany. The family included Andreas, his wife Casilia, their daughter Victoria, her 2 children, and the family maid. On March 31st, neighbors discovered the entire family brutally murdered in their home. What's even stranger, there were signs that the killer had been living with them for days. The crime scene was bizarre. The bodies were found in the barn and the house, killed with a mattock. Bizarrely, food had been eaten, and livestock had been cared for after the murders, suggesting the killer stayed in the house. The entire scene puzzled investigators. Who could have committed such a horrific act and stayed in the house undetected? Investigators looked into numerous suspects, including disgruntled neighbors and Victoria's rumored lover. Despite extensive questioning and various theories, the true identity of the murderer remains unknown. The Hinterkaifeck murders continue to baffle investigators and haunt the community to this day. Number 3. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers led by Igor Dyatlov were found dead in the Ural Mountains under mysterious circumstances. Their tent was cut open from the inside, and their bodies showed severe trauma with no external wounds. Some had missing eyes and tongues, and high radiation levels were detected. Theories range from avalanches to extraterrestrial encounters, but the truth remains elusive. Number 2. The Tamam Shud case. In 1948, an unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. With no ID and a scrap of paper in his pocket reading Tamam Shud, meaning ended in Persian, his identity and cause of death remain a mystery. Cryptic notes and multiple passports found with him suggest espionage, but the case remains unsolved. Number 1. The Boy in the Box. In 1957, the body of a young boy, estimated to be between 3 and 7 years old, was found in a cardboard box in Philadelphia. Despite nationwide efforts, the case remains unsolved, and the boy, known as America's unknown child, has never been identified. Signs of malnutrition and abuse, along with the mystery of his identity, make this one of the most heartbreaking unsolved cases. These cases remain open wounds in the annals of true crime, haunting us with their unanswered questions. Each one a story of lives cut short, families shattered, and mysteries that defy resolution. If you found these stories as chilling as we did, share this video and join the discussion in the comments below. Who knows? Maybe one day, the truth will finally come to light. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat.